Walk boldly into danger. Not long ago, there was a severe weather alert in my area due to a torrential storm predicted to strike nearby. To achieve the most accurate predictions regarding the upcoming storms, there were airplanes that flew directly into the eye of the hurricane for better observation. There are also people called storm chasers who engage in this for scientific purposes to photograph or video the storm. Others do so for the adrenaline rush of taking on something so dangerous. Flirting with peril in such a manner tends to go against the human inclination of the preservation of life. Most people move away from apparent danger, not towards it. However, there are instances in the Bible where the Lord sent individuals directly into what might appear to have been danger, but not alone. As in the book of Joshua, he led the Israelites into the promised land according to the strategy he revealed, often in the face of obvious danger, but the obedience led them to victory. Joshua, Moses' assistant, also had a relationship with God. He witnessed how God had led and comforted Moses, fortifying his decision to place his faith in God as well. As a result, after Moses' death, God began to speak to Joshua about the promise he made to Moses. Another example is Matthew chapter 14, verse 22. After Jesus has preached and fed the multitudes, he compelled that the disciples to get in the boat and head for the other side, while he sent the people away. To the disciples, there were no obvious signs of trouble ahead, and they moved in obedience, trusting their leader, but they did eventually encounter a torrential storm. This teaches us that our obedience to God doesn't necessarily prevent us from facing rough waters, but he does assure us that we will not have to do it alone. David understood this concept when he wrote about the presence of danger in Psalms 23, verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. The entirety of Psalms 23 also depicts the close relationship that existed between David and his God. Even though David knew he was in the midst of danger, he was also confident that God could and would meet his physical and emotional needs. God's rod and staff provided comfort and guidance. The greatest biblical example of someone heading headfirst into danger and trusting the Father for the outcome is the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. It had become clear that the Mosaic law was not the remedy for the sin in this world, and the sacrifices offered could not permanently change a person's heart. Therefore, Jesus voluntarily came to earth in human form, aware of the tremendous pain and suffering necessary to complete his mission. Yet, he chose to walk boldly into danger, resulting in his crucifixion, burial, and resurrection, satisfying the penalty for mankind's sin once and for all. When circumstances arise which are beyond our control, potentially taking us through the darkest of valleys, we must walk boldly in obedience, remembering that God has promised to be with us wherever we go. We are not alone. Point of power. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua chapter 1, verse 9, the New International Version.